Hey y'all, I am Victory. I help provide insight to empower, and today I wanted to talk about the next steps after affirmations. So if you're anything like me, then you've been trying maybe things like mirror work, affirmations, presence, meditation, and it's been going well, but maybe you're ready to step it up a notch and take it to the next level. And when we talk about taking it to the next level, it's all about momentum. So with affirmations, with mirror work, these are really great ways to plant seeds. So if I'm in front of a mirror and I'm doing the affirmations, I'm looking myself in the eye, I can, high five myself, which is something that I got from Mel Robbins, and something that I've been doing every morning and every time I see myself in the mirror. And it definitely helps to keep that momentum going and to inject some positivity in the morning, especially first thing in the morning. But what happens once we're ready to go about our day, and leave that space? What if we're in the car, we're in the bathroom, or wherever you do your affirmations, in your living room, and now you're ready to transition into the rest of the day. Now, one of the biggest things that stood out for me when I started meditating was, an intuitive understanding, was that my meditation doesn't end when the meditation ends. It's something I don't just pick up and leave. Part of that radiates into the next moment. And so this kind of I picture it's kind of like a little divot starts to widen. So before, maybe it was a really sharp 5-minute meditation, and then I started getting used to that, and it would I'll take it into the rest of the day, and the meditations would get longer, and then before I knew it, I was just kind of in a state of meditation for most of the day. A presence of awareness. Some call it mindfulness. Really, just being in the moment and prioritizing being engaged over engaging with my thoughts. So when I talk about momentum, or when I talk about momentum, it's kind of an extension of that. So you inject the positivity, the positive affirmation, you catch yourself kind of getting on the train of a negative train of thought. Catch yourself getting on, so you pull yourself off. So then what? And this is an exercise that I really like, because it helped me to embody purpose. The latest one was embodying confidence for no reason. Now, the example that came to mind was having a really nice something, right? For me, it was like having a really nice car. The old paradigm was, I will have this car and people will see me in it or around it, and I will get validation based off of their based off their reaction to me, or based off their words, based off their looks. People are going to see me as like cool or whatever, or desirable. But that's, like, when I say the old paradigm, I mean that's something that was very externally focused, dependent on others for for validation. The new paradigm, or the more effective, it's a very ineffective way to think or to approach life in that way, is to like have to get something and then show people that you have it in order to feel worthy or good enough, or just enough, and therefore keep being in a cycle, in a feedback loop of trying. So the small shift that takes us on a completely new path is that one that I was talking or like alluding to earlier, of cultivating what we got from meditation was a sense of peace, and then from there learning to explore different emotions, cultivating them, kind of growing that space within us of joy, of gratitude, of confidence, of stability, security. Now, if I want to get a car, it's because that car resonates with joy within me. And instead of all of my joy living in that one little bubble around my car, being dependent on my car, now that bubble, that little world, can radiate joy outward. Like me knowing that I have it also brings me joy. Me knowing that like that joy exists within me, and that's just a byproduct, allows me to bring in, kind of find where the joy, like the source of joy within me, I allow it to come into my body, into every bit of my body, right? So when we do somatic meditations and we're really feeling fully into our body, well, we know and get familiar with our body. And what's the point of that? Well, one of the purposes, or one of the advantages of doing that, is that I can allow the joy to fill in all the cells and atoms and organs, my muscles, my bone, like down to my bones. I can fill myself and carry myself with joy, gratitude, with love, with stability, with confidence, security, whatever it is that was once lacking because of my resistance to it, my unknowing, unconscious resistance to it. Now it floods my body. It floods my body. And I can choose to just walk around like that for no reason. And now, instead of before, I was carrying anxiety or sadness, depression, resentment, whatever, and getting a feedback loop between people in my community who then like see me in are unsure because of me, because I'm unsure of myself, and my subconscious picking up on that and then reaffirming what I was believing within myself. Now I can use that in a very effective way to create and build, to construct a life that I actually look forward to. So what comes after affirmations? What comes after meditation isn't really necessarily a new thing. It's more of combining the things. So if when we were children, when we were infants, we had to not just crawl, even in crawling, not even in just walking, but in crawling, I have to learn to use my arms, and then my legs, and then kind of coordinate before it becomes a very natural thing and I'm ready to move on to walking upright. It's the same thing with these self-care practices, with journaling, with meditation, with affirmations, with movement and nutrition, with breathing, let's say. So if I think of meditation, affirmations, breathing, and rest, I have 2 arms and 2 legs. I have these 4 things, and now I'm learning to use them in coordination, in conjunction with one another, and I can take that momentum to propel me forward. Yeah. But if you've been in these types of self-care practices, now and moving forward is definitely the time to start building momentum. Letting go of the fear of what if I go back to my old ways, or what if it's not working, or what if I look silly. Catching ourselves and then coming back to creating, just allowing that joy, that gratitude, that awareness and presence to come in, to flood our body, every single bit of it, and choosing to let that flow keep going, to fill us up, and then enjoying what comes next. Because what comes next is that people are going to see us, we're going to see us, even if we don't look at our reflection or into a mirror throughout the day. Our unconscious is still picking it up, and it's still picking up where others see us as well. So we are now in a constant feedback loop of positive, of whatever it is that we're planting seeds for. Definitely something to look forward to, and keep up that momentum. All right, I love you guys. I hope it's going well. Let me know what you're working on. Yeah. All right, love you.